live on yours too?
Mm-hmm.
I just got yours, bro. Let's see. Wait, my computer. You on your YouTube, bro?
Yeah.
Yeah, we live, bro.
Okay. Hey, Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we're going to give all praise, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
That's all praises to the Heavenly Father. His true name in the Hebrew is Yahweh. In his son's name, who the world inwardly called Jesus Christ, real name in the Hebrew is Yahushai. Also give a praise, honor, and glory unto the Yahweh Kakadash, the Holy Spirit, which is the force and entity that makes this edification possible. I want to say shalom to all you sincere-hearted Akim wa Akwa, as you brothers and sisters make your bodies a living sacrifice on a daily basis in this wicked and adulterous generation. Also want to give double honors unto our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who taught us truth and who rule well. And Shabbat Shalom. All right, we're still in the feast of memorial, blowing the trumpets. All right, and a couple of brothers from GMS Dallas, doing what we do, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shah, and that's to blow the trumpet, to warn the people, and ultimately who's going to take heed to this warning, right, of destruction is the elect, right? And as David said in the book of Psalms chapter 19, right, by keeping of the Lord's warnings, your servant is preserved. You see, and as you see the title of this lesson, it says, there will be no such thing as privacy in the N to the W to the O. So yeah, you got it out. And brothers, we had a couple of articles we're gonna go into, and because what you see happening right now, there's a major shift in the way how things are being operated in the planet Earth. And ultimately it all stems back to the Heavenly Father through His Son Yahweh Shah. All right, the structure of things is not what it used to be. All right, from the structure of the family, the structure in the food industry, the structure in every facet, especially the monetary system, the financial sector, if you will, ultimately to lead everything into the Lord's prophecy concerning the MOTB, as you read in Revelation chapter 13 and 16. And along with that MOTB, you're going to have Esau Edom, which is a self-proclaimed white man, right, who's in power today, right? He's going to, as Scripture says, he's going to, fill his belly. He's going to fill his belly, meaning with ultimately his desires, his lust, which is ultimately written in Habakkuk chapter 2 and 5, to heap unto himself all people. He's going to do this by any means necessary. And one of those means is what? Setting up his smart cities. Mm-hmm. So that's what we're going to go into, in this lesson. Lord willing, you sincere believers will be edified. Okay.
All right, come. This is the book of Job, chapter 9 and verse 24. It says, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
Hey, if I can say, if the earth is given to the hands of the wicked, then what good are you going to get out of the man who's trying to bring forth certain situations? Like I said, the N to the, the W going into the O. All right, he's setting up the stage for him to rule all and control all, as being like the Most High, which is Yahweh, which is he is the living power. He want to take you and swoop the nation of Israel out from under that, because you got other nations. There's 18 nations in total, but he wanted to actually do away with the nation of Israel. He can't kill you. He want him to be on all the power. He want to be your power and do away with the Lord. So that's what he's setting up. And like I said, he's going to be setting up these certain cities, to say, okay, I created this. He's going to be trying to set up, the charagma, to try to say that you are my vessels now. You're not the Lord's vessels, you're mine. This is everything that coming into the earth was given to the hands of the wicked. All right, he covered the faces of the judges thereof. We see that when he put up that stringy hair so-called white man up to try to say he's the Mashiach. You know what I'm saying? He's what does they call him? Jesus Christ, but Yahweh Shai to give the depiction of him. So we know what he's trying to do. All right, we're not ignorant of the Satan devices, and this is one of the devices he's setting up. So now he's getting for that final stage to try to say, okay, I'm your power, and now I'm gonna rule over you forever. So he's setting it up. But the Lord has got a plan for him as well. But he's doing whatever he can to offset prophecy. But he's falling right into it like a maze. Every time he try to offset prophecy, he winding up in the same place.
I got one for you. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 30 and verse 14. It says, I'm gonna start at verse 13. Proverbs 30 and 13. There is a generation, oh, how lofty are their eyes, meaning prideful. Right, and scriptures speak about, the eyes of man, how they're never satisfied. This going into Esau, Edom ultimately. Anybody who's covetous, after things that's not theirs, but Esau, Edom, he's the wicked. So he embodies, being that covetous man. He has the power to actually go throughout the four corners of the earth and rape, rob, murder, pillage, and obtain, everything by unjust means, right? So he says, there's a generation, oh, how lofty are their eyes, and their eyelids are lifted up. There's a generation, and when you go into this word generation, it goes into a class of men. See, so there's a class of men, it says, whose teeth are as swords. And when you understand teeth in particular passages of the Bible, right, teeth goes into military might. As you read in Daniel the 7th chapter, right? So whose teeth are as swords, so whose military is as swords. Now who's given that birthright or the gift of the sword in Genesis chapter 27? It was Esau Edom. He was given the gift of the sword, right, by our forefather Isaac. So he's that class of man, he's that generation whose teeth is a sword. It says, and their jaw teeth as knives to devour the poor from off the earth. And the needy from among men. So just going back to the priest's point, man, through the spirit, how ultimately, there's all these nations on the earth, right? The Lord created 18 nations, but Esau understands that he has to eliminate Jacob, right? In order so he can keep the birthright. Because this is ultimately what's going on in the planet Earth is really it's an age-old battle that's been going on since Genesis 25. Well, really even before that, going all the way back to the garden, man. But in this time period, between Jacob and Esau, us so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Americans versus the self-proclaimed white man. And this is why a lot of our people can't fathom, and come to grips of like why this man hate us so much. But this is why there's an internal hatred that the Lord has pre-wired this man to have against us. You see, and he's in power right now. Genesis chapter 27, Esau said, for the days of the mourning of my father are at hand, then will I slay my brother Jacob. And when you read Genesis 35, right, Jacob and Esau, they met each other again, right? Jacob met Esau on, I can't remember that particular road, a passage, right? But nonetheless, he didn't kill the actual man Jacob, right? But we're living those times where he's going to try to fulfill what he said in Genesis chapter 27, then will I slay my brother Jacob. And he will touch 2/3 of Jacob, man. And even certain of the martyrs, the elect men of the Lord, but they're going to be risen up, right? But nonetheless, his desire is to devour the poor and needy from off the earth. And that's us. We're poor. We're needy, right? We have no power here, right? We go to this man for the want of all things. We have to go to our enemy, right? And he's making it harder now. Right, his plan is to make it even harder by setting up these 15-minute cities, these smart cities, right? So, y'all got it.
It's like this Psalm chapter 2 and verse 1 in the NLT. It says, why are the nations so angry? Why do they waste their time with futile plans? It says, the kings of the earth prepare for battle. The rulers plot together against the Lord and against his anointed one. Let us break their chains, they cry. and free ourselves from the slavery of the Most High. You see, just trying to land back on the point you had made about Esau. You know what I'm saying? Esau wanted that blessing black, but you know, hey, these rest of the nations are down with it too, man, because they know. When you read Psalms 83, it goes into basically the same thing of how they say they all confederate, okay, to do away and cut the nation of Israel off, because they know, like it says in the book of Revelation, chapter 11, those two prophets tormented them, man. You see, they know when our nation when our nation get put back in rulership, or we in good stands with our power, that means that their ass is going into captivity, man. They're going into subjection. You see, but now, like the brother said, what Esau is trying to do, and what the rest of these nations are in cahoots with Esau to do, is to cut the nation of Israel off ultimately, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why Esau wants to chip every damn body, because Esau is a carnal man. He you know, Esau knows that we've been scattered. You see, that's one of the points where he wants to do it too, because he know all Israel is not gonna be coming back looking like, you know, John Shaft, man. They may not look, you know what I'm saying, like a so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, man, because we've been scattered. So that's another reason why Esau is want to chip every damn body. He don't want to miss nobody. You see?
Right. Yes. This is Psalm 17, verse 13. It says, "Arise, O Lord, disappoint him and cast him down. Deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword." And we know the wicked is the Lord's sword, because he uses the wicked to do what? To oppress the nation of Israel. Why is that? Because of our going on. But like I said, now he has done too much. You know, what is that? It's Jeremiah, what is it, 15:1? But it goes into he is sore pleased with the heathen that are at ease.
Oh, Zechariah.
Zechariah 1:15. Yeah. Yeah, we can get it quick. But yeah, because like I said, he's actually done too much. He's doing, like I said, he's doing his damn thing. He had actually went too far beyond what he's supposed to have done. You know, which like I said is written. The Lord knew what he was going to do, because what? He's the son of the wicked. All right, with those three classes of men. And we know the son of the wicked is going into what? That nation of Esau, Edom. He's still looking to seek, as they seeking to what? Kill his brother. All right, doing whatever he can do, because they're gonna stay in his mind. He still had that mindset to destroy the nation of Israel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because we, you know, just a few hours ago we did the lesson on, you know, about that dude, you know, direct energy. You know what? We're gonna call it direct energy swords. You know. But, you know, down over there, what happened in Hawaii, man? How do you pronounce it? Hawaii? Maui.
Yeah.
You know, like it's not even a sea theory, you know, on if, you know, dudes exist. Mm-hmm. You can just simply type it in on the government website, and they'll tell you, like, yeah, we have them, right? But you gotta ask yourself, okay, why is he making these things? When you come to the conclusion, when you ask that through a spiritual lens. Right. Well, the scriptures give you the answer. It's ultimately to plot against us, man. The Israelites. This is how far his hatred goes, man. To where he will make, you know, a direct energy to come down on the earth just to destroy Jacob. You see. Right. And also, you know, to ultimately, you know, re-grip the planet Earth in his hands. Mm-hmm. You know, and down what ultimately sparked the title of this lesson, or what sparked, you know, this the inspiration of this lesson. You know, his brothers, before we turned the camera on, was going into, you know, what's going on down there in you said Maui? Maui. It's like, yeah, what's going on down there in Maui? And ultimately they're really just displacing people down there, man, on purpose. Because, you know, you had Oprah, and you said Mark Zuckerberg, and a couple other weird ass billionaires, you know, buy up a whole bunch of acres down there right before, you know, that right before Esau dude niggas up, you know, dude them Japhites up. But none of their land was touched, you know, the land that they had bought. But so ultimately, hey, Esau, he's coming down, hey, with great wrath, as Scripture says in Revelation 12, and he's trying to implement, you know, his enterprise, you know, which is set up, you know, part of that enterprise is set up his 15-minute cities, these smart cities, and you know, so. But I got that Zechariah for you if you want it. It's Zechariah chapter 1 and verse 15. It says, I'm starting at verse 14. So the angel that communed with me said unto me, Cry thou, saying, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, I am jealous for Jerusalem.
Yeah. Hey, one thing we're doing, hey, the Lord having us cry out to our people. All right, we're crying out. Now the word is being spread out. Our cry is spread out through all the four corners of the earth. All right, for our people, and mainly now, who's our people today? It's the elect. Even like I said, the 2/3 of the nation of Israel, we're not even crying out to them anymore. We got to cry out amongst. Now, don't get me wrong, we're crying out amongst all of Israel, but Israel is scattered not just through so-called Black, Latinos, and Native Americans, but throughout the other nations too, because we've been scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. So we're crying out to all of the earth, but we're actually searching and we're crying out to receive what? The elect. Because we know that the elect is the ones that are going to be sealed in these times.
It says, I am jealous for Jerusalem and for Zion with a great jealousy. And I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease.
And they are at ease. They think that, like I say, going to what? They feel like they're about to fill their belly. They feel like they're about to accomplish their enterprise. Esau is looking like, now we're finna do what we have been planning to do for years. Even starting off with World War I, World War II. You know, now this World War III is going to be the war of all wars. Then we even had that going down with Pike. You know, I can't think of his first name right now. Albert Pike. Yeah, Albert Pike. You know, the water. You know, he said he wrote down a letter and he broke down, like he said, the World War I, World War II, and World War III. And out of that was going to be what? The midst of what? They're going to basically show the spawn of Satan, which is Esau, who's doing the working of Satan. All these things was going to culminate into this. But like I said, they're in a maze because every time they try to come out of prophecy and do their own thing, they're falling right back into the hand with what the Lord had written for them. And that's going to be what? For them to be destroyed. But like I say, they undid so much right now that their wickedness has reached up to heaven. So now the Lord is going to set up to bring forth a new foundation, a new earth that's going to come upon the earth. But yet, before that happens, Esau still got things to do before we get to that. How do we know? Because of prophecy, right? But when they set up for theirs, like I said, it's going to be, like I said, all these things that's we're going to be going into the smart cities and all these things that he's going to be setting up for. He's going to try to be an all-seeing eye. Everything you do is going to be under his eye. You won't be able to drop a dime, you know what I'm saying, on the floor, and he won't notice. You know what I'm saying? You won't be able to do anything without Esau's knowing, and that's his thing. And what is that's going to make him be like?
God.
Boom. That's going to be like he's God. They would say, yeah, he was like, I'm God. I'm your power. I'm your God now. That's when he feel like I've done what I can do. I'm completing. What was it on Thanos in Avengers? When he did his finger snap, he went and sat down like, I'm at peace now. You know, that's what Esau think he's about to do. But no, the Lord got something for you.
Yep. Because he think he's a God, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it said, I am.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? He's saying Esau is telling himself, I am. You see, he's trying to fulfill that by making himself a God through this digital, this digital slavery that he's trying to bring forth, man. Mm-hmm. By chipping everybody. You can see the God complex that this man has when you read about son of perdition in 2 Thessalonians. When you read it in Revelation chapter 13, you can see that God complex that Esau has, man. Mm-hmm. You see? And this is what you people got to look forward to. You want America to continue, well, this is what you got to look forward to. You, like the brother entitled it, man, you will have no privacy. You see? That's why everywhere you go, downtown, even on freeways, every fucking corner you been, there's a fucking camera on it, man. You see? There's cameras on your smart TV, that new smart TV that you got. There's camera on the front and back of your phone. Yep. Esau didn't put a camera on the front of your phone for you niggas to take selfies. He did it to see where the fuck to get more information, to see where you niggas at, man. You see, and everybody got it. Everybody, Esau got some foul on everybody. You see, and what they like. That's why every time you talk, you can be talking to a brother, you can be having a conversation about something. As soon as you open your phone, the shit'll pop up. You know what I'm saying? You talk about some damn Jordans, you open your phone, next ad you see is about some damn Jordans. Right. Why? Because Esau, these phones are listening. You see these TVs are listening. That smart refrigerator with the fucking screen that you wanted because you wanted to be keeping up with the Joneses. You wanted to be the only one with a refrigerator with a fucking camera with a fucking screen on it to let you know how many what you got in it. Right. All that shit was just that nigga Esau got a whole. He's just, hey man, this nigga is he got a what they call it. It's always an alternative, or it's always an agenda to what he brings forth, man. Right. So that fucking refrigerator that you got is spying on you, man. You see?
I got something.
Okay. Oh, you got it.
This is Psalms 109, verse 7 in the NLT. Like I said, the things that he's doing, the Lord is he's going to be confounded. All right? The Lord is going to vindicate the nation, the elect of Israel, and he's going to find this man guilty. This is Psalms 109 and verse 7 in the NLT. And it says, when his case comes up for judgment, let him be pronounced guilty. Count his prayers as sins. Let his years be few. Let someone else take his position. And that's going to Sirach 8. You know what I'm saying? Sirach 10 and 8. You know, for unrighteous dealing, riches gotten by deceit, the kingdom will be translated from one kingdom to another. Roughly paraphrasing. But yes, his kingdom is basically getting now set up for what? For the taking. You know? And like I said, he's going to be found guilty. He's being judged. All right? The judgment of Esau Edom is happening as we see it right now. And you might want to be technical with it. The last hurrah of them started back with the Grecians. All right? With the Romans, now with the Brits. Now it's a revising of what? The old Roman Empire, and they're back being judged. And that's going to bring forth. And what happens when you get sentenced? When that gavel is being hit, boom. They don't let you go out and go chill and hang out. No, they finna put some cuffs on you and take you right to jail. That's what the Lord is gonna do. When he's about to fill his belly, when the Lord bring that gavel down, he's gonna send Yahweh shot down to basically come and put that judgment right upon him. That's going in with Joel. You know, he's gonna plead for his people. That's what he's doing right now. What is that going into? Judging. So, Esau is being judged. That's why he's going to do what he can to try to basically become a God over you. So he got to say, these are my people.
All right, this is from blacklistednews.com. It says, how smart cities will lock up humanity inside an open-air concentration camp. It says, Stop World Control warns humanity about the agenda of world domination. We are the 99%. The tyrants are only the 1%. But the problem is that most of us are doing nothing. They argue. The majority even refuse to see what is right in front of their noses. It says below is a publication from Stop World Control, where they highlight the real imminent danger of smart cities, and warn that if we do nothing about them and remain in a blatant state of foolishness, we will go down into the most horrendous nightmare this world has ever seen. It says a smart city is an urban environment with omnipresent surveillance and data.
Yeah, omnipresence. Yeah, that's one of the titles that the Lord has, or the adjective of the Lord. Omnipresent. Omni means all or everywhere, right? And present means in every place. How the Lord, He's in every place. But that's how Esau is. Well, that's not how he is, but that's how he's trying to be. Right? As the priest brought out in 2 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter, right? How he exalts. I'm gonna grab that real quick. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, talking about the day of Yahushua, that day shall not come except there come a falling away first. That has already happened already in 70 AD. And that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. And that's what we're doing right now for the Spirit of the Lord. Proving that what? Esau's going to have to be revealed. And that's why we can't help but to stay on Esau's ass, man. Because this is a major prophecy that has to come to pass before Yahushua comes, man. Right. Esau has to be revealed. So it says, verse 4, who opposeth, right? And that's literally what that name or title, Shaitan or Satan means. Opposition, opposer, adversary. Right? So that proves that this man works in the spiritual, or he works in the vibration of Satan. It says, who opposes and exalteth himself, right? That makes me think about Obadiah, how he exalts himself above like the eagle. Who opposed and exalts himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. See, so Esau, right? He has that God complex. He wants to be like the Most High. You see, it's more than just him wanting his birthright back. He wants to be above, right? The one who created this whole thing. You see?
Right.
So him, building these 15-minute cities, these smart cities. This is him trying to have omnipotency, which means all power, and omnipresence. He wants to be everywhere, and omniscient, meaning all knowing. Right? With his pseudoscience, he claims that he knows anything. He knows how many stars there are. He knows how many planets there are. He knows how many grains of sand is on the seashore. But we know you lying, man. Because scriptures tells us, hey, can't nobody number the grain of sand.
Right.
Or the grain of sand or the number of the stars, man. You see? But leave it to Esau, who hasn't even discovered everything that's underneath the ocean. Right? He will tell you how many stars it is. He'll tell you exactly how many neurons, a human brain has. But see, 2/3 of our people, they believe in his science. Because, hey, he's their God.
That's right.
So, hey, just like our power, Lord willing, is going to give us his mark, right? Well, your God, if you don't believe in Yahweh Bashar Shah, your God is Esau, and he's going to give you his mark, which is that MOTB.
That's not real quick. Ecclesiastes 8:17 in the NLT, it says, I realize that no one can discover everything the Most High is doing under the sun. Not even the wisest people discover everything, no matter what they claim. And that's going back to the point of on like what Esau claims to know every fucking thing when you don't know anything, man. You see, the Lord ain't revealed that. Man, Esau, that's why he can't go unto the bottom of the sea. Esau don't know every goddamn thing, but like the brother said, our people believe it. He believe every word, but that goes back into the scripture where it says the simple believeth every word, man. But the prudent man is going well within his going. Yeah, what for paraphrasing, man. The water, bro. You see?
That's right. This is Isaiah 14, and get right to the point. Verse 14, he say, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. And like I said, Esau want to mimic of the Lord. Like I said, he will lie to you and say he's knowing, he's all knowing, but he's not. He can't get out the firmament of the heavens. I mean, he can go only so far, but he can't get past the Van Allen belt. You had what's his name, Buzz Aldrich tell you, hey, when he got older and see that, the Lord put on his mind to come out and say, hey, we never went out there. We never did that. Like I said, he can't search the depths of the sea. He can't count the numbers of a grain of hair on your head.
Hey, I believe Elder Ashwama put up a picture on one of his on one of the slides on the community section on his channel a while ago. But it would show how Esau gave you a perfect picture, a crystal clear picture on Mars. Yeah. But yet you had a nigga at the gas station that was a burglar or a robber. It was all fuzzy and everything. So but yet you have our people roam the narrative. Oh yeah, Massa, he went out to Mars. Yeah, he took some pictures. See, here's the proof. Yeah. But yet you got this grainy pixel, of Jake, with a ski mask on at the 7-Eleven. But you can have a crystal clear picture of Mars, man.
See, that's him trying to mimic the Most High. He's trying to, and that's like the movie Elysium. They had built that thing look like the moon up there, and they was like they had made their place above, like up there with the stars, and they were looking down on everybody. Yeah, he got space stations and different things he's setting up, and then he's gonna set up these certain cities that we're going into that he's gonna have in 15-minute cities. He's gonna have everything placed for you like you cattle, and these certain little sections of the farm, and he's gonna be above watching everything you do, everything you going through, everything that's happening in your life. He want to know about it. He want to gather up all. So what is it? What is it? Revelation 13. Both small, great, rich, and poor, free and bond. He's looking to gather everybody he can to know everything you do, no matter what you're doing. So,
yeah, if I can add, and it's very easy for him to know everything about you. Why? Because he packaged it in such a way to where it looks trendy. He got this Facebook, Instagram. He just type what's on your mind. Tell us how you feel. Tell us how your day was. Tell us about your baby daddy issues, your baby mama issues, and people be all on social media, giving their free information away to the government, man. Because not knowing who owns these things, your Mark Zuckerbergs and all these other people, which they're tied directly to the elites, man. You see, so they're gaining free information,
Right.
You see, but yet you think I got freedom. Especially these women, man. These women, they're the most gullible. They give the most information. They take the most selfies, So ultimately, Esau's doing this to destroy you, man. Not to give you freedom or liberty, They look at China as if, China is a very totalitarian, regime. It's a very, harsh, rigid regime out there. Like their leaders do have a tight grip on them. But it's the same thing like that over here in America, except the difference is that they're speaking sweetly right now. Like it says in Revelation 13, how he speaks as a, how's it go? He speaks as a lamb. But
he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon.
Yeah, the water had 2 horns like a lamb, but he spake as a dragon. You see, right now you see that lamb side, that lamb vibration in Esau, docile, laid back, just letting you do what you do. Yeah. Give you this sense of democracy. Yep. But these draconian laws are finna get set up, man.
You just mentioned sweet. I had some real quick kind of add them up. This is Job 20:12. It say, though wickedness be sweet in his mouth, though he hide it under his tongue.
Man, that's what Esau do. He gonna bring it forth as if it's for your good, like this global warming madness. Now he care about the earth, but he's the main motherfucker cutting all the goddamn trees down.
Right.
And polluting all the waters, man. You see? But he comes with we care about the environment. You see, or he want to bring something in. He was like a lamb, but he spake as a dragon. Mm-hmm. He bringing it in as if it's for your salvation or for your greater good, but it's ultimately for your demise, man.
Right.
Because he has an agenda. You know what I'm saying? That he wants to bring forth. Every time this devil, that's why the scripture tells us never trust our enemy, man. Though he humble himself, you see, though he act like he you know what I'm saying, he for your good, this nigga's not, man. Mm-hmm. It tells you don't trust him, you see, because he always has an agenda, like it says in the book of Psalms. Though his words were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart, man. You see?
That's right. Mm-hmm.
I got something.
Okay, Kyle.
This is actually a clip. You know what I'm saying? Just going right into what we're talking about, because Esau's gonna bring you at, because you had read in Thessalonians, he's gonna be able to deceive the masses, man, by this technology, man, and bringing it forth as if it's something, as if it's salvation, as if it can make their lives easier, man, right? But I'm walk up to the screen and play this on the screen, man. So Lord, one of y'all be able to see it, man. Turn it up. Man, it's Satan. Not my shit not playing.
Ain't working.
Not the sound off. I got my phone all the way up.
The answer through vibrations transmitted through his skull and into his inner ear. What's the largest city in Bulgaria? And what is the population? The screen shows how long it takes the computer to read the words that he's saying to himself.
Sofia, 1.21 million.
That is correct. You just Googled that.
I did.
You could be an expert in any subject. Mm-hmm. You have the entire internet in your head.
That's the idea.
Silently ask the computer.
You see? And that's what Esau wants to do. That's how he's going to bring forth with that Corona, man. You got articles of Elon Musk, man, saying how if you get this thing in your head, man, you'll be able to play music in your head. You better do these certain things. That's what they got this nigga. They got this nigga hooked up to this shit, bro. Basically, like it's a chip on him, bro, and it's reading the signal in his brain. And like the nigga said, so you got Google in your head, you can become an expert in anything. That's what Esau wants. That's how he's gonna bring it forth. You know what I'm saying? It's something like something pleasing, man. You know these people gonna jump on it, man. That's why they jump on the latest iPhones that come out. The nigga got the latest iPhone, but the new one come out, he just gotta have it, man, because he want to be tech savvy. He want to be the only one with it type shit. You see, that's how Esau's gonna get a lot of these people, man.
Got you right here. It's going back to 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. And this chapter is highlighted, man. Like this chapter is popping off the pages right now in these times. It says 2 Thessalonians 2:9 in the NLT. This is still speaking about Esau, the son of perdition. This man will come to do the work of Satan with counterfeit power Counterfeit means fake.
Yeah, that's fake power, man.
Mhm.
You see, he's trying to make you now you all knowing. You link things to Google. You know, now the dumbest nigga on the block. Now you can be smart. You see, that's how he's gonna bring that shit, bro.
Yeah. It says this man will come to do the work of Satan with counterfeit power and signs and miracles.
Because we know that these different chips and this shit, Esau can make, the blind see, the deaf to hear, you know what I'm saying? And their brain chip is gonna be making these paraplegics. Now they got abilities in their spine, and now they can walk. You see, but it's truly not gonna be a miracle because, man, Esau, even with those things, you see how fucked up they still be. The Lord is the only one. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah is the only one who can make you whole. You see, but our people are in that microwave mentality, just like Esau designed them to be, man. So they're gonna want that salvation now. You see, you can get it now. You don't have to wait on the Lord. Because a nigga gonna say, we've been waiting on the Lord for thousands of years. You see? A nigga can't, but that shows you the nigga don't understand the scriptures, man. It say measure the time diligently. You measure it by the prophecies, and you know that we here, man. The Lord can come back any day, man. We know we got a couple of more prophecies, and the Lord is gonna come back. But a nigga is not gonna be willing to wait. You see?
Yeah, who can you trust in? Because when you look at it, left hand side, they do have power. The Lord gave them power. You know what I'm saying? You can look at what is that during the time of Egypt? You can like everything. It's nothing new under the sun. It says in Ecclesiastes 1:9. What did they have? They had those different magicians and stuff. Then they turned their staffs to in the snakes. They turned them into serpents. But the Lord showed His power by having that Moses and Aaron's staff to do what? Swallow them whole. Showing that He gave them power, but that's the power I gave them. But I'm all powerful. I am all being. But see, that's why He said He's gonna try to mimic the things that the Lord do to try to do what? Persuade you with His sorcery. Ooh, you see this? I can just use my hand now and pay for this. They be doing it on commercials. You be seeing it. They be like, oh, everybody be looking and shocked, clapping and shit. No, this is setting you up for destruction. Ooh, look at it. He opened his door with his hand. He opened his phone with it. I can just type in 2 or 3 buttons and I'm in my phone. I can swipe, but I'm opening it up with I'm unlocking my phone with my hand. See, that's sorcery. That don't make no damn sense. I can unlock my door with my hand. You still gotta use your hand to open it.
Yeah, smart cars.
Smart car.
All this shit smart.
You can eat and drive, while it's driving for you.
Yeah, nigga take a nap.
Take a nap.
Well, just like your ass driving, when we're gonna get to the point to where this system is gonna get set up, and all them goddamn them tickets your ass have, the motherfucking car gonna drive your ass right to the police station, man.
Lock the door while it's driving.
Yeah.
And some people will be like, well, I don't give a damn. You know, Jake. Man, I don't care if I can open up my car, with my hand. Jake be like that. I'm not there. I ain't big into technology. But the thing is, he's got society so used to his technology.
Right.
Case in point, imagine if you just lost your cell phone right now. You bug out. Everything you know is on your cell phone.
Yep.
Nobody remembers anybody's phone numbers. You don't remember your mama number. You got your wallet on there. You got your social security number on. You got your driver's license on. Everything's on there, man. So he's got everybody relying on his technology.
Exactly.
So when he takes it to the next phase, you have no choice but to get along with the program.
Yep.
But that's where the elect is going to say no, pursuant to Isaiah the 10th chapter. It says, for the elect shall no longer stay upon the one that smote him, but stay upon the Holy One of Israel in truth. So yeah, so brothers that bring out particular scenarios, about open up the car with your hand, because I can just hear the nigga now, man. Well, I ain't that deep in technology. I don't care. I ain't gonna get that CL. Yes, you will.
Yeah.
Yes, you will. If you're not in this truth with faith, wholeheartedly, man, you're gonna get the CL. Revelation 13, it says, for what he has caused all, for whoever's name. I'm gonna grab that real quick.
Revelation 13.
Con. And I want to say like verse 8.
I got you.
Con.
Yeah, these niggas getting the jump shot. I would never do something like that, and all of a sudden these niggas taking jump shots.
Yep.
This is Revelation chapter 13 and verse 8. It says, and all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him.
It says, all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him. Worship who? Esau, Edom. You see that? Go ahead.
It says, whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world.
That's right. Now, whose names are written in the book of life? right? Yahweh Shai's true sheep, his elect, man. So anybody that's outside the elect, you will and you are right now already worshiping Esau in one shape, form, fashion, or another, man. Whether you're a Christian, you know, whether you're an atheist, whether you know, whatever you partake in, if you're not in the truth of Yahweh Shai, you're already worshiping Esau Edom, man. But when Esau pushes this thing further, you know, through the Spirit of the Lord, hey, you're gonna take that next stage, you're gonna take that next step, and you will get sea-hip. Or else you're not gonna eat, you're not gonna have a roof over your head, you know, and so on and so forth, man. You see, but he's already groomed the minds of the people to rely upon him. You know, this is why he's pushed so much comforts and delicacies out here. AC, you know, heating, you know, central heat, central air, you know. Like, these are things that Esau, scripture speak about how a gift destroyed the heart. You know, this society pumps out a lot of gifts, you know, stimulus checks. You know, niggas, they lost their mind. Oh, man, this man, he loves me. He gave me a stimulus check. So, but they're talking about incentives. You know, when they push out these karamas, man, they're gonna give families incentives. If you get this, we'll give you an incentive. You know, it's gonna be free sea-hips. You know, because you got it.
Now, I would say I already doing that with with these government assistance programs, man. You see, I looked it up, man, and they were saying like in order for you to get like food stamps and this shit like this, you gotta be willing to you gotta be willing to get your kids fully vaccinated, man. That's mandatory for that shit, man. You see? So imagine how much more when he rolls this new currency out, man. This new way that see him, man. The mark of the beast. You see? You're gonna have to get it, man. And these people are they already used to that shit. They already used to just sticking their damn arm out, man. Right. You see? So it's gonna be nothing for them, man. Cause they already living in pleasure, man. They not you know, sustaining from the lust of the flesh, man. Right. They fulfilling every lust that comes to their mind, man. You see? That's why it's gonna hit so hard, man. That's why it says in 2 Ezra chapter 16, they're gonna cast them out their house, and then shall be known who am I chosen. Man. Because that elect is gonna be willing to suffer, man. You see, just like they suffering now. You see, sustaining from the flesh. You know what I'm saying? Following the ways of the Lord, man. You see, turning the other cheek. That's suffering, bro. You see?
Yeah, you will almost forget. If it wasn't for Jake, you would forget that there's a such thing as a C to the 1 to the 9. But the only people that remind you that there's a C to the 1 to the 9 is Jake. When you see him with a face mask, 2 face masks on in the gym, you know,
damn,
nigga,
pass up.
Yeah, but me and you seen it. That's long ago. Like, yeah, we up here at the gym, bro. Jake got the damn face mask on a treadmill, just finna pass out. But there are people that are the ones that really hold this system up, man. You see? But that's not going to be found amongst the Lord's elect. I got a quick one for you. This is Hebrews chapter 11 and verse 27. I'm going to get straight to the point. I'm going to start at verse 26. And this is speaking about, you know, our faithful forefather Moses, man. It says, esteeming the reproach of Hamashiach greater riches, and I will start up, but, you know, I'm just going to get to the point. Esteeming the reproach of Hamashiach greater riches than the treasures in Egypt. And that's how we feel, man. And Lord willing, you know, the Lord keeps his spirit upon us to esteem the reproach, you know, these chastisements of the Lord, you know, greater than the delicacies of this world. Because this place is done. Scripture says that this is uncertain riches. You know, if you get the bag today, okay, well, tomorrow's going to turn digital. So now what you going to do? Esteeming the reproach of Hamashiach greater riches than the treasures in Egypt, for he had respect unto the recompense of the reward. So Moses, he had respect, meaning read means back again, and spec means to look at. So Moses, he was looking at, right, that the payoff that was going to come with him faithfully following the Lord. Right. By verse 27, by faith he forsook Egypt. See, so only by faith are you going to forsake, you know, Esau's, you know, system that he's setting up, right? Because it's going to take faith. That's why Scripture says in Ephesians the 6th chapter, you know, above all, take the shield of faith. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, we got to have our sword. We got to have the Scriptures. Got to have the helmet of salvation. You know, the belt of truth. You know, and so on and so on. But above all, take the shield of faith. Why? Because Yahweh Shai said, when I come, shall I find faith on the earth. And the Lord is going to use Esau to pretty much sift, you know, the undesirables of our nation out, man. You know? So it says, by faith he forsook Egypt, not fearing the wrath of the king, because those draconian measures are coming, man. Esau may not seem like a tyrant, to our people right now, but very soon he will, man. Like, look at Hawaii. We know what's going on down there. He's doing niggas up, DEW, niggas up, man. Making fire come down from the sky, man. All for the sake of what? Heaping unto himself all people. So these draconian measures are coming here.
Right.
So it says, by faith he forsook Egypt, not fearing the wrath of the king, for he endured as seeing him who is invisible. So we have to endure, right? Endure and keeping our faith in someone that we've never laid eyes on before. You got it.
This is Exodus 32 and verse 31. And this is like going into after the time when Moses came down from the mountain and they saw what our people that had created, a golden calf. And they were worshiping that because they were like, we can't, they got to see things to believe things. And you just read, that's what going into what? Faith. Things that are not seen. All right? This is Exodus 32 and verse 31. And this is Moses coming back up after seeing what the people had done. It says, and Moses returned unto the Lord and said, oh, this people have sinned a great sin and has made them gods of gold. And yet now if thou wilt forgive their sin, and if not, blot me, and I pray thee out of thy book which thou hast written. So that's basically Moses saying, hey, forgive them, Lord, or destroy them. Now, if you think about it, what does Yahushua do? He came and laid his life down for the elect sins. And these times that are coming around now, what has Esau done? Now, back then, we were what? We was amongst ourselves. Esau had presented you with certain golden calves to represent, basically, that you can idolize. And that's what's going to happen at the end, right? That basically, we're at that time where he's setting up for you to what? Idolize his sorcery is what? The karate. This is something that's going to help you do something that you can be relaxed. You don't have to think as much. I'm going to do the thinking for you. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to have no wallet to carry money around. You're going to have the money in your palm of your hand.
Mm-hmm.
See? He's setting up what? These smart cities. You're going to be a dumb nigga in a smart city. He's setting these things up for you. All right? This is going to be what? The modern day golden calf. All right? But the Lord, Moses was like, Moses delivered them because he said, lay my life down. I'll let my, blot me out the book. If you can't forgive them. Forgive them by going through me. But now Yahushua has laid his life down for us to receive salvation. As for the others, they're going to be just like spittle like the other heathen nations. I'm talking about the 2/3 of Israel. This is in verse 33, Salaki. It said, and the Lord said unto Moses, whosoever hath sinned against me, him will I blot out of my book. All right, it says, therefore now go and lead the people unto the place of which I have spoken unto thee. Behold, my angel shall go before thee. Nevertheless, in the day when I will visit their sin upon them. All right, and it says, and the Lord plagued the people because they made a calf which Aaron made. So the Lord said, hey, he's gonna come. He's gonna visit. This time when he visits, who's going to be delivered? The ones that got the blood of the Lamb. You know what I'm saying? Yep. In these times.
And those that's joined to the Lord.
That's right.
Like Levi was in that chapter. And Moses pretty much told everybody, he drew that line in the sand.
Yep.
Hey, who's for the Lord? Who's on the Lord's side?
Mm-hmm.
You have particular, of Levi, hey, we down. Mm-hmm. And then Moses said, all right, if you really down, slay your brothers, slay your sons, your wives, everybody that was joined into idolatry. You see? And come stand with the Lord on my side over here. And the Lord said, hey, can you get that in NLT? Well, I got the NLT right here. Right? Because there's a blessing coming, man. Hey, the Lord blessed the Levites for doing that. Right. He says, if you want a blessing, kill your family that was joined into idolatry, man. Now, of course, we just bringing out an account, of what happened. But hey, in the spirit, hey, there's certain people we got to cut off, man. Mm-hmm. Especially the times that we're in right now. Mm-hmm. These seducing spirits are heavy, man. These demons are heavy on these people, man. Mainly upon, women. That's why Yahushua said, no man can be my disciple except he hate his mother, his father, his wife, his son. You know? This is Exodus chapter 32 and verse here we go. Exodus 32 and verse 28 in the NLT.
I got it for you.
Okay.
This is
We start at
Exodus.
verse 27, Bob.
This is Exodus 32 and verse 27 in the NLT.
Actually, as a matter of fact, 25.
All right, in the NLT, right?
Yeah.
This is Exodus 32 and 25. It says, Moses saw that Aaron had let the people get completely out of control, much to the amusement of their enemies.
Yeah, this also proves the very fact, that Aaron, had allowed this to happen. The Lord is pretty much, he was showing us already before we even came to the land,
Right.
that the priesthood of Aaron, like it's going to be corrupted, man. We're going to have a whole, different priesthood
Right.
of perfection, which is the priesthood after order of Melchizedek.
That's right.
Because Aaron, he was the leader, man, of the priesthood. But the Lord is showing, like, even from the heads is already corrupted.
Exactly.
But you got it out.
Verse 26. So he stood at the entrance to the camp and shouted, all of you who are on the Lord's side, come here and join me. And all the Levites gathered around him.
Yep, and these times, the Lord got his priests once again after order of Melchizedek, the 144,000, right, that's joined unto the Lord, no longer joined unto Esau. See, because Jacob's joined unto Esau, man.
Yeah.
And it's going to be solidified by that cutting in the flesh, that covenant. That's where you get that word covenant in the Hebrew is barathia, which ultimately goes to cutting of the flesh. And that's that incision, that stamp, that caragma, man. But the elect, they're virgins.
Right.
They're not going to be touched. They're not going to be penetrated. They're joined unto Yahweh Bashma Shah. You got it out.
Exodus 32 and 27.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Exodus 32 and 27. Moses told them, this is what Yahweh, the power of Israel, says. Each of you take your swords and go back and forth from one end of the camp to the other. Kill everyone, even your brothers, friends, and neighbors.
Oh, because there will be a time though. Jeremiah 16 and 16. Right now the Lord got fishers, but soon he's going to turn his fishers into hunters, man. So Luke 19:27, Yahweh Shah said, those my enemies, which won't let me reign over them to be their king, bring them hither and slay them before my feet. That's how deadly serious his truth is, man.
It's kind of like we're going in verse 29. Verse 28, it says, the Levites obeyed Moses' command, and about 3,000 people died that day.
So 3,000 Israelites got slaughtered by faithful Israelites, man.
That's right.
You see?
Verse 29, it says, then Moses told the Levites, today you have ordained yourselves.
So that was that ordination process. That was that,
It's a sacrifice,
Yeah. Yeah.
It says, for the service of the Lord, for you obeyed him, even though it meant killing your own sons and brothers. Today you have earned a blessing.
Woo! He said you have earned a blessing by doing this. You see, so but like we said, in these times, we're not doing anything physically. We don't, we ain't. This is spiritual. So how do you spiritually extrapolate? By cutting particular people off, man.
That's right.
That's a hindrance unto you that may lead your mind towards idolatry.
Right.
You see? And steering your mind away from the paths of Yahweh Shema Shah. Use his sword, use his word, Hebrews 4 and 12, to slice them off, man. All right? And it's easier said than done. That's why it's a blessing that has to be earned. And when you earn something, that means what? It takes hard work for it.
Right.
But this hard work is ultimately done through grace. Yahweh Shah, he gave himself up as a sacrifice so we can even have the honor to, even have this shot, man.
Hey, that's why he's splitting it. The Lord is dividing, because the word, it is a two-edged sword. Hey, this word right here that we're receiving and that we've received, it have cut off certain people that some family, friends, because they couldn't deal with the word. It pushed them away from you, as and vice versa. Because the way of the Lord is righteous, and this world is given, as we read earlier, into the hands of the wicked. And the wicked is gonna do what? Create more things for wickedness. So the Lord is pushing you away because he's setting up what? A salvation that they're not going to be able to receive. I don't know if you still had the article going into the smart and all that, but you got something?
Yeah. Go ahead. You want to go back to it?
Yeah, you got something?
Okay. This is All right, this is back in that article from Blacklisted News. It says a smart city is an urban environment with omnipresent surveillance and data harvesting technologies that will monitor and record even the most intimate personal details of everyone.
Wow.
It says the goal is to know everything about everybody. You trying to be the most out.
Yep.
You see, it says what you eat and drink, where you go. That's why when you fucking driving, sometimes your fucking iPhone to say like you say you going to work all the time. You know what I'm saying? You'll get in the car. You may be out, maybe going to the store, and they tell you you got this long to go to work. You're like, I ain't even fucking going to work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's tracking your ass, man.
Yeah, it's got our camp days on lock.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You going to the Pergamins today?
Yeah.
Pegasus Plaza. Like every Tuesday and every Friday, bro. Like it's on this clock. Like as soon as around that same time, start leaving around 5:30. Esau got it on my iPhone ready for me.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Ready to go.
It says the goal is to know everything about everybody, what you eat and drink, where you go, and what you buy, who you meet, what you think, how you feel, your opinions, your habits, your health, your vaccination status, and so on. Every little detail. The justification for this all encompasses compassing surveillance is that it is supposedly essential to save the planet from climate change.
Hey, words in his mouth are smoother than butter, but words in his heart. He's making it sound so good to you, but yet when you just think about it, think of all that, like, bro, you ain't got you can't be anonymous anymore. You are. Hey, everything you do is gonna be known. This nigga is basically gonna be in your window every second of every day. In your window, I'm up in your window. That's him. That's what he want to be. Hey, like I said, this is something that he's gonna make it seem like it sounds so good that people's gonna welcome it. I want this to happen. I want to go in and be able to walk to the store. They know what I already want to get. My groceries might be already made for them. You know?
Yeah, nigga. It says, this is gonna back you up. It says they also guarantee it will make your life more connected, safer, and healthier.
See? Safer, connected. Did they connected and healthier? Yeah, y'all all gonna be connected because you're gonna be able to eat the same thing. What is he setting up this food now? Human meat that he's setting up. They made in the lab. Yeah, y'all gonna be connected together. Everybody gonna be eating that shit.
Lab grown chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Got nanoparticles in it.
Man.
Yep.
Vegetables.
And he said you're gonna be happy about getting it. Yeah, this is something that people don't really think that the devil is actually out here setting up for this.
Yeah.
You know, no human wouldn't do that. But yeah, you have these motherfucking humans doing some crazy ass shit every day on the news.
They talking about it.
They're
putting out articles. They letting you know what they're doing right in front of your face, man. But people are so blind to it that they can't see what's happening, man, or they refuse to see. You know.
Can I finish that in 2 Thessalonians?
Go ahead, bro.
Yep. Because it said that 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 again, in verse 11, it says, "He will use every kind of evil deception to fool those on their way to destruction, because they refuse to love and accept the truth that will save them."
It's the only way to destruction.
Yep.
That's
it says so. Okay.
Hey, they don't want to accept the words that we speaking, man. You see, because ultimately it ain't our words; it's the words of the Heavenly Father, man. He sent us out here to give warning and let our people know what's about to take place.
That's right.
But they refuse to accept it, man. You know.
And this proves that he created black culture, man. Like it says, he will use every kind of evil deception. So every kind, that's your music, your food, like every aspect of life that you know. Esau has went in there, infiltrated it, twisted it, perverted it. You know.
Well, on Tyrone, they show you in it.
Yeah, bro. And the headquarters was a church.
Yeah, it sure was.
right.
Damn.
The headquarters of the cloning of niggas was the church, man. But he had you, like when you was talking about, he had you drunk off that wine.
That's right.
Isaiah 28. They are drunk, but not with wine. You see, you drunk off the wine of Esau, man. That's why they had white Jesus right there pointing that where the button was to go to the headquarters.
Yep.
So you worshiping after the image of this man, and that's a part of his image. You know, white Jesus, he's not the image in and of himself, but that's a part of the system, man. Right. But you know, you worshiping this man and revere him as the Most High. That's gonna lead you right down to continue this cycle of death, man.
Hey, if you gotta think about it, when I don't even know, it was the B to the L to the M was going on. You know, that was, hey, at one point, that was, bro, that Jake idolized it when it first opened up. Mm-hmm. They were idolizing, you know, all type of shirts and caps and, you know, so many people protesting.
Face mask,
you know, Scully.
Facebook picture.
Got a baby walking, got your little infant baby in all black with the B to the L to the M in it. And who started that? George Soros, a so-called white man.
Man.
Amalekite. Hey, these you pushing something that Esau brought out for you.
Wow.
Huh, you carry this. And then he had bull daggers to start it off from.
Man.
Old school know what bull daggers are. You know, you had them old
Hussy.
Yeah, the butchers. The more bull daggers. You know, that now and then like they found out that they stole millions from him. Mm-hmm. Everybody putting money into it. Y'all done went broke off B to the L to the M. And they getting rich. Off of, and who started it? George Soros. Hey, I got something real quick.
They show you the leaders of our people that our people follow ain't shit, man.
That's right.
And they corrupted, man. You see? But the leaders at the head, Yahweh Shem Yahushua is setting up, man. Esau is not gonna be able to bribe them, man.
That's right.
You see? Esau is not gonna be able to bribe the elect, man. You see?
Mm-hmm. This is 2 Corinthians 2:11. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. And the things that we're bringing out, going into, like say, the smart cities and going into, like say, even the B to the L to the M, all these things that we're not ignorant of that Esau has set up, you know, is part of his devices, you know, his enterprise. The things that he's putting together, we know that it's not of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, but our people are not going to see it because they reject this knowledge. So the Lord is going to reject you because you're basically going into the hands of Esau. Of course, if you're not, like I said, the line is being drawn. Like we just read in Exodus. Hey, if you're not going to accept the Lord, best believe Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to set you up to what? Receive that Quran. And like you say, hey, the line is, it's no gray areas in there. Mm-hmm. And we know it's a small, minute group, elect that's going to receive this word and is going to reject the ways of Esau Edom. Like I say, you're going to have dumb niggas in these smart cities that's going to set up for that, you know, man, I got to eat, I got to feed my family. Go ahead and stick this in my arm, like that old nigger woman. I don't care what's in it, I just want it in my arm. You don't hear nothing about it because she's dead.
She said, I'm not asking no questions.
I ain't got no question. Just want to put it in my arm. You know, and that's what I don't care what's going on with these smart cities. It's just making it more easier and convenient. Where do I go? That's what's gonna happen.
You might read that again.
Come. This is 2 Corinthians 2 and verse 11. It say, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices.
And that word advantage, it says a condition or circumstance that puts one in a favorable or superior position. Some similar words is superiority, upper hand, edge, dominance, supremacy. It says, so this is what keeps Esau in that supreme estate over Jake, man. You know, that damn mosquito. That's what keeps this is what keeps Esau having that upper hand. You know, by pretty much, you know, keeping Jake in the dark. And that's why Paul said in 1 Thessalonians 5th chapter, for we are not the children of darkness, but the children of light. You see, the Lord has sent down the Holy Spirit and given us, you know, this enlightenment, this knowledge, man, so we can know the will of the Lord. Ephesians 5:17. It says, be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is, man. And the will of the Lord is to understand who we are, well, first and foremost, who he is, who we are, and who our enemy is, man. Mm-hmm. And how to move through wisdom to escape the snares of death. Mm-hmm. Yeah, got it.
All right, going back to this article, it says, every aspect of life in a smart city will be monitored by a wide variety of data harvesting technologies. Smart lights, smart poles, smart cars, smart neighborhoods, smart homes, smart appliances, smart energy, smart transportation.
Yep, if I can add, because, you know, it's common, because I do a lot of, you know, work for, you know, particular, you know, people, you know, going to their homes throughout the day. You know, almost everybody has those little, you know, smart doorbells now. Yeah. You know,
rings
chimes
and shit.
Yeah, rings and chimes and all that. You know, that's just more surveillance, man.
Mm-hmm.
you know, to ultimately, Esau's going to use that to track you when he bring down these lock dizzies again. He can just easily, you know, because he's got these things manipulated to where he can instantly just lock in. You know, he can see who's leaving and who's coming in. You know, he's like, hold on, what you doing? It's a lock dizzy. It's a curfew on right now. What you doing leaving?
Right.
You know, so all these things, you already got your phones, your Apple Watches, your TVs, your Alexas. You know what you got.
It says, together they will, smart transportation and many other smart technologies, together they will form an omnipresent surveillance grid, continually collecting all information about every little detail of the life of the people. It says, you got something? Go ahead.
Yep. This is Lamentations chapter 4 and verse 18. This is the prophet Jeremiah lamenting over the state of our people, man, seeing how our enemies are pretty much having dominance over us. You know, particularly, you know, here in Babylon, but we're here in Babylon the Great. So it says, verse 18, Lamentations 1:18, they hunt our steps that we cannot go into our streets. And what is that called? A lock dizzy. Right, where you can't go outside in the streets. You're being hunted down. That's a lock dizzy. They hunt our steps that we cannot go in our streets. Our end is near. Our days are fulfilled. Our end is come. Our persecutors are swifter than the eagles of the heaven. All right, and scripture says, you know, ask the beasts of the field and they shall teach you. Now, what's a characteristic of an eagle? He's known for his keen eyesight, man. To where he sits in a high and lofty position, but he looks down low upon his prey. And that's the type of surveillance Esau has. That's why when you read Obadiah, you know, the Lord likens Esau unto this prideful eagle, man, that dwells in the nest, you know, in the clefts of the rocks. So he says, our persecutors are swifter than the eagles of the heaven. They pursued us upon the mountains. They laid wait for us in the wilderness. So wherever you go, he watching. You know, like you got that phrase in the world, you know, Big Brother. I believe even Jill Scott got a song called Watching Me. You know, but she also been going into, you know, how Esau be watching, man. She knows because she's, you know, she had to do particular things to get that prestigious, you know, name and title. So she knows how Esau get down.
All right, going back to the article, it says, smart cities create the internet of bodies. It says these external smart devices are being synchronized with devices that are directly connected to the human body, like smartwatches on our wrist or smartphones in our hands. It says these devices are able to gather information about what is happening inside our bodies, even have the ability to alter functions of the human body. It says in the near future, they will be implanted inside the human body to collect even more data and to have a lot more influence on what happens inside of us.
Wow. It's like that movie Upgrade. You know?
That's Revelations 13, man. And 16, man.
Yep.
All the MOTB. Here it is, man, it's constantly telling you, bro. There's articles constantly coming out. You see Elon Musk is constantly, you know, oh, bro, this is prophecy being fulfilled, man. But our people still, you know, under the impression that that they can't, you know what I'm saying, that it's not the MOTB, it's not the micro C-HIP, man. You
Right.
see? It says the personal information gathered by these billions of devices worldwide form a network called the Internet of Bodies. It says currently we are familiar with the Internet of Things, which allow us to access unlimited information about anything. The Internet of Bodies will essentially be the same, except it will gather all the personal, most intimate information about everybody.
You said that the Internet of Bodies is that network, and it'll gather. That's Habakkuk 2 all day. Speaks about that net, how the fishes are taken in that net. You know, Habakkuk, the first chapter, and then the second chapter speaks about how he gathers to himself all people. And this gathering is digitally. You know, it's physical and digital. But he's using the digital to help, you know, create that physical gathering, man. Right now he's using all this digital, you know, this digital networking, you know, because when you consider a net, what's the purpose of a net? It's to spread it out, to cast it out far, you know, like broadcast. You know, you're casting that net abroad, you know, far, and then you cinch it down, and everything that's in there, and you bringing it your way. That's what Esau's doing with this network, with this broadcasting, man.
I got a precept. This is Isaiah 32:7 in the NLT. It say the smooth tricks of the scoundrel are evil.
Ooh.
They plot crooked schemes. They lie to convict the poor, even when the cause of the poor is just. And like I said, who's the damn scoundrel? The scoundrel, Esau. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, the smooth tricks. He's doing this to make it's smooth, but overall, like I say, this is detrimental to your livelihood. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, he'll dumb you down. They think everything is all good to go. You can't remember anything because everything you do is basically, like I said, you can't remember nothing now. So we're gonna put everything for you in the palm of your hand, and then we're gonna create this new city for you where you can just everything that can come to your mind. You can, like you said, you can listen to music without even playing the music. You just think about it, it's gonna come into your head. You can go touch anything and you can pay for it. You don't have to go and wait in a line. He's gonna set everything up to make it, like I say, smooth. But what does it say? He got smooth tricks, but they're basically evil. All right? Yeah, he's gonna constantly be drawing swords to slay your ass any means necessary. You can't turn what's crooked ain't gonna be bent back straight. Esau been crooked. You ain't gonna bend him back straight.
I got that word scoundrel for you. This is the Google definition of scoundrel. It says a dishonest or unscrupulous person. It says some similar words. It says a wretch, rascal, good for nothing.
Good for nothing.
Snake in the grass. That's that serpent.
Yep.
It says a butthole.
Yeah, like I said, the things he's gonna do make it sound good and smooth, but everything you do is good for nothing. That's why the earth is being destroyed. Everything you do is good for nothing. There's always negative input when you output when you put into something. Esau put into something, it's gonna be some negative output that's gonna come out for you.
A swindler, a villain, a beast. It said beast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Bro, this is basically the ones that you read in 2 Thessalonians. This is the one that had the working that's coming out of the hands of what? Out of behind what? Behind Satan. You know, he is basically the spawn of Satan. You know, he's a crooked. He's a crook. We saw that back in the time of the garden. See that at the time of like you say, Genesis 27. He's with Jacob and Esau. Everything he do, he's basically setting up for being a crook. There was somebody, one of the brothers mentioned Sirach 12. You know, Sirach 12, never trust thine enemy. Why? Because he's a scoundrel. Nothing good for nothing.
Yeah.
Why would I trust somebody that's good for nothing? I can't get anything good out from him. Why trust him? But yet you're gonna trust, because what he'll do? He'll dumb you down, try to put you up in these smart ass cities. Dumb nigga in a smart city. They don't even mix.
Alright, let me go back to the article. It says, back in the article, I'm gonna jump down. It says, smart city limits your movements. It says, in order to make sure that everyone remains within the perimeter of the data harvesting movements in smart cities will be limited to 15 to 20 minutes from home.
Oh, like those 15-minute cities he was saying? He's setting up? Yeah.
This reminds me of like that the Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones? I mean, no, what is that? War Games. Not, you know the one with the, you know what I'm talking about.
Battleship?
Nah, not the one with the girl shooting the arrow.
Mockingbird.
You talking about, fuck. Hunger Games.
Yeah, Hunger Games.
Yeah.
The water. Yeah, Hunger Games.
Yeah.
I got a quick one for you, bro. This is 2 Ezra chapter 15 and verse 17. It says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And why is that? It's because Esau gonna have this thing locked down, man. You know, we're gonna have restrictions, and the only way if you want to cross the border to another jurisdiction or parish or county, you're gonna have to abide by this man's rules. You're gonna have to have, you know, his permission by that sea hill, man.
Yeah.
It's like Just like for a while, like you couldn't get your passport without getting that V. You know, now they pretty much eased up on it now, but for a while it was like that. You know, but all those draconian measures coming back down.
Hey, it was one point down here, you know what I'm saying, when they was saying when that C to the 1 to the 9 was happening, they said you couldn't be out unless you was an essential worker.
Right.
And you would have to have some type of proof to show, you know what I'm saying, why you out. You know what I'm saying? That's their past, man. You see? But that movie was like, read this article remind me of that movie In Time with Justin Timberlake, bro. Because they made that point where you can only go so far, and then you will have to, in order to go into another part of the city, you will have to have permission. You know what I'm saying? Just like in that movie In Time with Justin Timberlake, they couldn't go unless they had a certain amount of currency, which was time during, you know, in that movie. You know what I'm saying? They would have to use so many months and years to get to different districts, man.
Right.
You see, and that's why Esau's gonna break it down, man.
If I can bring in, just give a definition of like a 15-minute cities. It says 15-minute cities. Just Google it. It says the 15-minute city is an urban planning concept where neighborhoods provide residents with the basic things they need, like you mentioned: schools, shops, parks, leisure options, healthcare within a 15-minute radius by foot or bike. We used to have a 15-minute city as a norm. If you go down and say what is an example of a 15-minute city, this is and he's already got it in play. It's a Barcelona. Barcelona, a great example of a 15-minute city already in motion. Barcelona's superblocks. These car-free residential areas prioritize pedestrian traffic and promote street life and local commerce with green hubs created at the intersections. Hey, and then Klaus Schwab, what did he say? He everybody basically don't need vehicles. We need cars.
He gonna supply them. He gonna be all them fucking little scooters and shit. Gonna be downtown. That's gonna be your transportation, man. Either that or the little bikes they supply, or either your ass walking, man.
Yeah.
Got some more to that, bro?
Nah, I'm good on that.
Since you're home.
Yeah, because when Yahweh Shah comes, man, he's coming back to a world that like is locked down, man. Esau turned this into a prison planet, but Yahweh Shah is going to come and free the captive. So this is 2nd Ezra 13 and verse 25 in the GNT. It says, "This is the meaning of the vision. The man you saw coming up out of the sea represents the one whom the Most High has kept ready for many ages." So this is Ezra receiving that vision of Yahweh Shah coming from the Shemayim, coming from the heavens, man. You know, cracking the fourth dimension on that fathership. It says, represents the one whom the Most High has kept ready for many ages. He will free the world he created and establish the new order for those who survive. So this proves that when Yahweh Shah comes, it's going to be, you know, it's Isaiah 51. The captive exile hasteneth that he may be loose, man. And we're those captives in exile. We're in prison, man. This is prison. And Esau, he's narrowing in the walls of this prison. We're already in prison of this flesh. We're in America, you know. Not only that, shit. And now he's trying to turn our little neighborhoods and shit into, you know, even more of a prison.
Right.
So this is why we need Yahweh Shah to come, you know, liberate us, man. You got it.
That's right.
All right, going back into the article, it says, cities will be limited to 15 to 20 minutes from home. It says the concept has coined the phrase 15-minute cities. It said it is being promoted as the best idea ever for saving the planet from climate change. It says, as Esau for you, man.
Yeah.
This for the greater good, but the whole time to put your ass into slavery.
Yep.
It says everything you need will be made available within a short distance, so no one ever needs to go beyond that perimeter.
Or you could be
You in jail, bro.
Or you could be a real life Truman Show. Remember that movie?
Yeah.
Truman Show. He can only go so far.
Bro.
That's what Esau setting up for you.
It's
It's gonna be one big 15-minute walk away from all these Trumans walking around. You can only go so far. What? But do it say what can happen if you try to go outside your city?
Yeah, it's about to go.
Okay.
It says for longer distances, a permit will be required.
A man shall desire to go into the city and shall not be able.
Yep.
Man, that's prophecy, bro. This Bible is true indeed, man. A more sure word of prophecy. You can't go to no other book, no other ancient literature, and figure out like and tie the parallels between what's happening in reality, and go to an ancient source, to get the answers, man. Only in the Bible.
Damn, this nigga wicked, bro. Listen to this. It says, on top of this, 30% of all wilderness areas will be closed off as an encouragement for people to seek their happiness inside the smart cities instead of venturing into the majestic outdoors.
Wow.
Virtual realities are being created as an alternate to spending time in nature. That nigga's trying to change everything that the Lord intended us for us to do, man. You see, cause you look it up, bro. Walking on a nature trail, you see that has benefits for us, man. Even standing by water and looking at water for a certain amount of time has a benefit, man. It makes you more happier. You can look that shit up yourself.
That's right.
You see, and Esau wants to alternate shit. He wants to alter it, man, and make it to what they call it? Damn, shit. It's like an assimilation, bro. Damn, what they call it, bro. It's slipping my mind. That's Satan, bro. It's not natural. What they call it?
Artificial?
Nah. Yeah, artificial. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I think it's not natural, man. You see, Esau wants to change everything to something that's unnatural. It's unnatural, bro. That's depressing. To say your ass ain't gonna be able to go into nature, ain't gonna be able to go to see the trees. You got to put on the fucking visual headset that this nigga is creating and do it like that while you standing in your fucking living room, man. That's depressing, man. That's prison. You see?
I got a quick one. This is Micah 2:1. It said, "Woe unto them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. They covet fields and take them by volumes, and houses and take them away." Hey, so they're gonna take your houses away. You don't think you're living out in the woods or out in the rural area? No, they're gonna take your ass, and you either get they're gonna either take your life or they're gonna take your ass back up to these 15-minute cities. It says, "And take them away, so they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage." That's Esau, bro. That's his true wickedness. He devises his iniquity. He constantly have been having in his mind for what he wanted to do. And he's gonna say everything he can. Like I said, he's gonna encourage this. Encourage you to what? Not want to go out in the wilderness. Not want to do this. He's encouraging you. Come on now.
Hey, he's already doing it with this younger generation now, man.
Right.
That's why when we was growing up, when we were younger, you would drive down the street, you would see kids everywhere playing. Right. Either they hooping, riding bikes, or doing something. Now when you ride through neighborhoods, you barely see kids, man. Why? Because they inside on these fucking games, man.
That's right.
Or locked into them goddamn tablets, bro. Or they fucking phone, man. Esau's already doing that with this generation now, man.
That's right.
You see? So it's nothing far-fetched, man. It says
he's got everybody in a groomed in the mindset to where when he pushes it a step further, they ready, man. That's why a age-old tactic that every empire, every king has used is something called gradualism, man. And that's the movement of a serpent. He'll sneak up on you and strike.
Yeah, it's gonna follow that rat.
Yeah,
it's gonna wait till the perfect time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But all right, going back to the article, it says examples are the metaverse and all its alternatives. Again, a wonderful idea to save the planet. Lock the world population up inside smart cities where they enjoy life in a virtual realm. It says
enjoy life in a virtual realm. Yeah. What was that? The surrogate?
Yep. Even you can look at Ready Player One, man.
Yep.
You see, that's another good one, man. You see, where these niggas, the world was shit, and everybody was just locked into the metaverse because like you can be what you want to be. You know what I'm saying? It was a nigga even said it in the intro of the movie, man. You can escape.
Yeah.
Everybody escaped. You can go in the metaverse. You can be whatever you want to be. And that's what these people got to. That's what you niggas got to look forward to if you want this place to continue, man.
Yep.
It says there is zero privacy in the smart city. The WEF wrote in an article on Forbes.com that describes the experience of a citizen inside a smart city who praises it as a heaven on earth. It says, how come we never thought of this before? One of the characteristics will be that no one will own anything. Everything will be shared. Homes, cars, tools, even closed. At the end of the post, the citizen expresses one concern about life in a smart city. It says, once in a while I get annoyed about the fact that I have no real privacy. Nowhere I can go and not be registered. I know that somewhere everything I do, think, and dream is recorded. I just hope that nobody will use it against me. All in all, it is a good life. That's a nigga.
You at the end. All in all, I gotta share my clothes. I gotta share my shoes. We can't even have no cars. But I'm gonna accept this life. I think it's all good. That's the thing. Esau is gonna make you feel like that this is something that you want and you need. But yet he's gonna be what? Oppressing you. He's by what? Suppressing your mind, thinking that this is something that he is gonna be beneficial to you. But it's detrimental to you.
It says the central nervous system of a smart city will be 5G. According to former Chilean President Sebastian Pinera, 5G is not only able to read our thoughts, but can also insert thoughts and emotions into everyone.
Wow.
He states that it will become the central nervous system of society, and he guarantees that it will make sure it reaches every home in the country.
See, and that's once again him trying to be as the Most High. Because Proverbs 16:1 says, for what? The answer of the tongue coming from the Lord, and the preparations of man's heart, meaning the things that you speak. The things that you think about, those thoughts come from the Lord. So Esau, hey man, by putting these devices inside of you and all these particles and shit, he's taking control.
That's right.
You know? But the elect, they're gonna have that faith. No matter, what they're gonna be, losing out on in this world's, luxuries or whatnot, or comforts. They're gonna take that step of faith, and they're gonna make a hard stance. Like, no, I'm not gonna be altered, man.
Right.
The article goes on and on. You know what I'm saying?
I got one last one. It's Psalm 62 and verse 10. Trust not in oppression, and become not vain in robbery. If riches increase, set not your heart upon them. Yeah, and the main part I want to grab, he says, trust not in oppression. Because that's ultimately all this is, man. But the world trusts in this system. Like that one dude that just said on there. It's nice. Overall, it's a nice life, though.
Yep, exactly.
That's the mind of Jake, man. They trust in oppression, just like they did in ancient Egypt. When the Lord delivered us, Jake was crying to go back to Egypt. Forgot all about the oppression they was under.
Yeah.
They were just worried about the onions and the leeks and the cucumbers and the fish and the garlic. We were slaves, but at least we had something to eat. And it's going to be points to, Lord's going to try us. Revelation 3 and 10, the hour of temptation that's going to come upon all the world. The Lord's going to try us to see how bad we really want, His blessings, man. So we may, go a day or two, or however long the Lord sees fit for, whatever brother, whatever their situation calls for, to, go without, shelter or, food or whatever. But those that remain and keep that faith, that's who's going to be rewarded, man.
That's right.
And that's the purpose of these lessons, man. The purpose of these lessons, is to ultimately, gear our minds, starting with the teachers' minds and, and the minds of the listeners of the elect, in the right frame of thinking, geared toward prophecy, man. Understand the time and seasons we're in. This ain't the season to be relaxed, thinking that everything's good, thinking as if, this man is your friend. Like, no, bro, like, hey, this is about to be major changes up on the earth. Just because you don't see it happening the night after you watch sit-downs or read and go over breakdowns, and, you wake up the next morning and shit's still the same, so-called. Man, listen, the Lord's timing is way different than ours.
That's right.
Prophecy takes time, but once it's there, ain't no turning back.
That's right.
So.
That's some real. When you go into, like you said, didn't it say like the 5G? This is Revelation 16 and 2. It say, and the first went, and it's going to the angel. The first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and fell a loosome and grievous sore upon the men which had the charagma, and upon them that worship his image. And when you think about these smart cities and things like that, you're gonna have to. It's gonna be a way where you're gonna have to be able to control things, And one of the things that he's going to do is bring forth that Quran for you to basically function in these cities, you know. And with all, like I said, that 5G, all that connection to that, the devices are going to be in your body, you know, all that is going to probably, all the nanoparticles and all these things, it's going to probably bring forth that grievous sword. Thus is written, you know. And you're going to have these people that, like what it said at the end, he said it is basically all in all is
Good life.
Is a good life. All in all, it's pretty good, you know, all in all. So those are the ones that's going to be worshiping that image, right? The ways of the ways of Esau, the ways of the beast, you know. And that image is what you basically going into representing and worshiping what the ways, the philosophies. You basically said, I'm going to be ingrained in the philosophies that Esau is presenting to us.
Shit, just like these people that get government assistance, like Eve, man.
Mm-hmm.
You see, she get food, she get shelter.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? They pay the bills. You speak to them. Oh, this is a good life.
Yep.
You see, that's exactly it's gonna be the mindset of when Esau or that nigga that we read in the article.
Mm-hmm.
You know, these people are gonna be. Long as Esau dishing that shit out, you know, a nigga can just chill. A nigga thinks that's a good life, man.
Yep.
You see.
With Eve, you said good life, but yet it destroyed the family. You know what I'm saying? It fucked up your kids. Yeah.
God, so yeah, man. Yes, we want to touch into that, you know, and you know, Lord willing, you know, you sincere, Akim Alvar for edified. You know, till next time we're gonna give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
We're gonna give double honors to our apostle elders of Great Millstone, DTA, Ababa Ball, Kamesha Rala, Shalom.
Shalom.